Imagine that you are an exporter. In one day, you and your partner sign a big contract. When you make a successful delivery, and you think you will get a great reward. But the partner has received the goods, but when it comes to payment, they are delayed. Day after month, so until 1 year later, you can get a full amount. So it is any way to rerun this. Let's think about it. I find out. What do you think about this format? Thus, when you have received enough money, then hand over the goods documents and they can receive the goods. Very feasible, isn't it? Okay, let's find out. That is documentary collection. What is documentary collections? Documentary collections means a collection of financial documents accompanied by commercial documents, or commercial documents not accompanied by financial documents. So, what is collections? Collections means the handling by bank of document by instruction received to one obtain payment and or acceptance. What's a document? Documents means financial documents and or commercial documents. Financial documents means bills of exchange, promissory notes, checks, or other similar instruments used for obtaining the payment of money. Commercial document means invoices, transport documents, documents of title or other similar documents, or any other documents whatsoever not being financials. Okay, next, let my friend tell you about features.
So now we come to Netboy with a feature recommended for you in established trade relationship. It's stable default market, and for transactions involving ocean shipment, documentary collection are less complicated than LC. It's less expensive than some methods, but also somewhat riskier. So it's generally limited to transactions between parties who has developed trust or are located in countries with strong legal system and contract effort. Next, what I would like to present to you is a set of documentary collection. Collecting bank, any bank, or the tender remitting bank that is involved in processing a collection. The receiving bank is also the collecting bank that deals directly with the importer usually in the importer bank account. The remitting bank is the bank to which the exporter has entrusted the handling of a collection, usually the exporter bank account. Hey guys, now let's follow me to know about the process. Step 1. The exporter make arrangement to send the goods to the importer. Step 2. The exporter make collection, including a collection instruction. And step 3. The remitting bank forward the collection letter to the collecting bank to request its corresponding bank to collect money from importer. And step 4. The collecting bank present a presentation document to the importer request payment under some collection condition. Step 5. The importer make payment or refuse to make the payment if he doesn't want to take delivery. Step 6. The collecting bank hand stamp up document to the importer. In step 7, the payment or acceptance is sent to the remitting bank by the collecting bank. And finally, step 8. The remitting bank submitted payment or acceptance to the exporter.
In my talk, I would like to report on the term of documentary collection. We have 3 methods. 1. DP. Documents against payment. The collecting bank should only release the documents against payment of the side drafts, and the payment must be immediately available for remittance to the instructing party. DP at each day side. It means the receiving bank will release document, and after each day, the drawee will pay the money. 2. DA. Documents against acceptance. The collecting bank is instructed to release documents against the acceptance of the tenor draft. 3. DTC. Documents against total term and condition. A. Documents against payment require the importer to pay the face amount of the draft assay. In other words, the payment must be made to the bank when the buyer is present with the draft and before any shipping documents are released. This is the most common form of documentary collection because of the reduced risk for the seller. B. Documents against acceptance require the importer to pay on a specified day. Once the buyer accepts the time draft, the bank releases the document to the buyer. Compare DA with DP. DA has more risk than DP. To DP, the importer can control the goods. If the importer doesn't make payment, the importer can firstly protect the draft and take the merchandise to cost. Secondly, have the goods shipped back. Next, find another importer who accepts that. Finally, arrange an auction to buy on the contract. I'm gonna talk about the cost of documentary collection. There are three ways. The first way, the exporter sold pay on expenses. The second way is party sold pay on the agreed charges. And the last, the importer sold pay all expenses.
Well, we all know that advantages and disadvantages are indispensable factors when we mention documentary collection. So, what are the advantages that documentary collection brings to the importer? Firstly, the importer has the right to check documents before payment or acceptance. This way will create a trust for the importer to continue the contract. And for the collection, the importer can take possession of the goods. This means the importer can use and sell the goods without paying until the maturity of the draft. Besides that, the importer has the right to reject payment when the documents that he received are illegal. Finally, the importer can defer payment. It means he doesn't have to pay immediately. How about the exporter? Remember that the document is only delivered when the importer agrees to pay or accepts the payment, so the importer don't worry about losing the goods. Of course, the exporter also has the right to take the importer to the court in case the importer refuses to pay money. Besides that, the exporter can nominate a representative in the importer country to handle the case of payment refusal. That sounds easy, right? This method definitely ensures the benefits of the exporter. Now, let's move to the other object. As we know, the banks handle the documentary collection, therefore, they will get certain benefits from this process. Actually, the bank can get income from collection fees and foreign exchange transactions, because all transactions are done via the bank. Moreover, this also promotes the relationship with agency banks in other countries. As a result, they will have a trend to expand their customer network, increase revenue from these transactions. However, there are still some drawbacks in this method. First of all, banks assume no responsibility for the consequences arising, so the exporter will suffer all consequences. The next drawback to the exporter is the collecting bank violates the collection instructions. It means the collecting bank hands over documents before the importer makes payment. In some cases, payment acceptance signature is fraud. This makes the exporter think that the importer agrees to pay, but in fact it doesn't. The documents may be out of delay or lost in transit. It's no guarantee that the buyer will pay because the presenting bank is to collect the payment only, so the importer can refuse the payment. In addition, the exchange rate also affects the exporter. In case of delays or difficulty, an exporter has to bear on the cost arising. Besides that, the exporter has to bear the importer credit risk and country risk. In the next point, we will discuss about the drawback to the importer. The goods are not as specified in the contract, or unfortunately, they are in loss. Maybe the documents have some error or not enough. In that case, the importer can receive the goods. Let's move to the final point, to the remitting bank. The remitting bank also bear the risk when they advance payment to the exporter without receiving money from the collecting bank. How about the collecting bank? The collecting bank will bear the risk when transferring money in advance to the remitting bank. Without collecting money from the exporter. The last object I want to mention is the resenting bank. The resenting bank will take the risk when handing over documents to the importer before payment.